everybody. Welcome to the Headline Eye. It stands for, yeah, I'm a little bit hoarse. I don't care, like not Mr. Ed hoarse, but, just a little bit hoarse. I've been doing a lot of talking ever since the journalists are in town. Yes, yes, the National Association of Black Journalists Convention has landed in Cleveland, Ohio. Shout out to everybody that came to the golf tournament at Highland Golf Course in Beechwood, Ohio. Everybody came down. Shout out to the 100 black men that showed up. Shout out to everybody that came through that Sunday. And shout out to David Ford for the fashion show. Check out his polos, the short sets, and the glasses. The David Ford collection was in the house. Notable models were not only Leon Bibb, but Kenny Crumpton and Zoom and Kenya Brown of Z107.9, who used to be on the Lynn Towler show here at Nerve DJs. WNRV 108.1 NerveDJs.com. We get on your nerves, period. Couple of shout outs before I get into the main point, before I get into my guests. First of all, the City of Cleveland Council race has heated up. Now, as I predicted on a couple of shows with Councilman Mike Polenzek, he was deciding whether he was going to run again or not. Well, last night early in the morning, just found out that Mike Polenzek is going to challenge the seat for council for City of Cleveland City Council Ward 8 against Anthony Hairston. So that's what's going to happen at this particular time. Before I get into the main point, just found out that Shedeur Sanders, the rookie quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, will start in their first preseason game, week 1 against the Carolina Panthers, the Cleveland Browns. He's been working with the second team and third team, even though that Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, and Dylan Gabriel have been working with the first and second team. We might see Prime in the building. I don't know. We might see Prime Time in the building. I don't know. Speaking of football, speaking of which, with Trump throwing shots at Charlamagne the God, calling him low IQ. Charlamagne giving him donkey of the day, going right back at him. Listen, Charlamagne made up a very interesting point. Listen, Trump needs to do his job. Either do this, either work. There's 2 E's you need to worry about: the economy and the Epstein files. He's not doing either one of those, so we're going to leave it alone. And speaking of people who have fallen off, I know a black journalist that will not be here from ESPN, Mr. Shannon Sharp, who was let go by the company after he settled a lawsuit against the OnlyFans model that he was accused of sexually assaulting. Also,
just a little too freaky.
I understand. Human T-Rex on the ones and twos. Listen, Shannon did this to himself. I mean, Monique Warrington, when she was on Club Shay Shay, get you an older African-American woman. You don't need these young women in there. When Shannon said, I date my wage and not my age, well, the wage just got a little bit lighter in the pocket because
he really said that?
Yes, he did. He said, I date my wage, not my age, and then
he paid for that.
He really did. Like, the universe has a way of kicking your ass. I'm just letting you know. It has a way of knocking you out. I'm just letting you know. The universe has a way of letting you know that the Lord giveth and the Lord can take it away, and that was his Delilah. Shannon acted like he was Samson. That was his Delilah.
I want to talk to Samson.
And God talked to him right back, saying, "Hey, ESPN say you gotta go." He was upset about the release of the news because his brother Sterling Sharp, as you know, was elected into the NFL Football Hall of Fame. He said he didn't want to ruin the news for him. So, but it happened, and the power of positivity to Shannon, all best to him, but sometimes you can do it to yourself. But let's not waste any more time. Let's get into our guest. She's been here before. We doing a vibe check right about now. So the thing about it is, like, she's talking about what she's been up to last time she's been here. So we doing a vibe check too with one of my favorite people in the whole world. And the thing about it is, hopefully she's gonna be at my birthday party at Porter Trillo's on Chagrin on the 25th on the 22nd of August. Please welcome my good friend, Miss Belle Espinal in the building. Hey,
What
Belle.
up?
How are
Good
you?
to be here.
Absolutely. So, what's been going on since you left us the last time?
Well. I turned 30 in January, and so I think I was here after that. But I've been plotting on how to get out of the 9-to-5 life, right? Because we see the economy, we see the world that we live in, and good luck moving up financially in a regular 9-to-5.
You also see the nuts that's running it, but
Yeah, a lot of things, but I wasn't doing too much better so I just saw the game was being played on us,
right.
and the wealthy, from what I see, don't really work jobs. They're in the back kind of managing and organizing and orchestrating stuff, and I'm like, I gotta figure out that game. So I've been studying and hustling, and I left my 9-to-5, and I'm starting a PhD, and I'm full-time on my entrepreneurship stuff.
So what are you doing? So what are you doing now? Besides, you said entrepreneur stuff.
Yeah.
What service are you in?
So I am doing consulting on community engagement, but I'm also building my nonprofit, which is my baby. So my nonprofit is really about teaching about the diaspora and entrepreneurship, as well as supporting women of color in the professional setting.
So when did you start this?
So I've been working on that since January, but it's been like a part-time job. And now I'm just like, I think the only thing that I would say about people who are kind of thinking about quitting or leaving or transitioning, it's like you got to kind of plan a lot and study a lot. So there are a lot of different programs in Cleveland that you can take advantage of to strengthen and bolster your ideas. And I've taken a lot of them, and I continue to get advising and coaching from different people to know what moves to make. If you don't come from an entrepreneurship family, if you don't come from upper middle class, wealthy, you don't necessarily know what to do. You have to learn from other people and get coaching and get advising and be coachable. So I've just been in the place of like absorption. I did take a risk by quitting my job, but I took out a big loan for my PhD. So with a PhD, you often get a stipend.
Right.
So I'm getting the stipend, and then I took out a loan to kind of give myself some time to build my business. But there are a few contracts in the works that should come through pretty soon.
Okay. And you're working on those contracts now?
Yeah, man.
Okay. And you said the purpose of your nonprofit is to help women of color. And what would be the services by helping them?
Yeah, so around like financial wellness, around workplace discrimination, those are events that we've actually had already, as well as just talking about like what we're experiencing and how to combat it. I think that we've seen a couple women of color in the past couple years either quietly leave their positions, be let go. I think those two, we've seen a couple examples of those in the past 3 years. And if you're in the world of economic development or community development, you've seen other things happen that aren't necessarily public or don't necessarily make the news. But if you watch, you can see trends. We also know that there's tons of Black women leaving the workforce right now or being let go. So it's definitely time to figure out what we're going to do. It's definitely time to identify the issues and either confront them or have a plan to make your own way.
Okay, so what was the most difficult challenge of starting this nonprofit, starting your own business?
So when you're trying to start a nonprofit, there's two paths. There's the 1023 EZ, which is a tax form, and then there's the 1023. So last year I did the 1023 EZ, and they rejected me. And it turns out they rejected me because I was doing financial wellness workshops. So I don't read the fine print about anything, and I didn't read the fine print. And you can't do financial workshops with the easy form, which is an abbreviated form of the tax document.
What can you do with the easy?
You can just do like programs, education. You can kind of do everything other than financial wellness. They just don't want you to touch that area. And you also have to have a revenue of under $50,000.
Okay.
So the long version, it took me a long time to kind of get over my fear that I would be rejected again. And so when I finally mustered up the courage and kind of talked to a few people who had started nonprofits, been successful at nonprofits, and really are living out their dream, I re-engaged. And I also got this thing. So there's a program throughout nationwide called SCORE and SCORE Mentors. So SCORE Mentors are people who volunteer their time, and they're former business people. So I got a SCORE mentor to help me create my nonprofit, and she helped me throughout the whole process in terms of legalizing my nonprofit. I just actually spoke to her earlier today.
Really? And this was a free service, correct?
Free service. I love free service. That's the only way to do it.
Okay, so how long did it take you for to get the nonprofit situated legally through your SCORE mentor?
I think I worked with her for a month consistently to get it done, but I will say that I was very diligent and did all the homework that she created for me. And then I did also ask for additional help. So like when I actually was doing the form itself, I saved it and I said, can we go over this together so that I make sure I get all the answers right? I don't know what the results are yet, but I hope by like October I'm official.
Okay. Official as far as?
A 501c3 legal nonprofit. I've been doing work with the organization since January, so we have received funds, but there's this way to do things called the fiscal agent, and you can work through another nonprofit, and that nonprofit can actually receive funds on your behalf. They take a cut. It varies in terms of how much of a cut they take. And I've been working with the fiscal agent pretty successfully since January to actually create programs since January. So we've had about 5 to 7. We actually also had a golf outing on Saturday, but it was for women, and it was a great time.
Okay. Mm-hmm. You said Saturday. Where was the golf outing at?
Shawnee Hills. It's in Bedford.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up. So the thing about it is like what advice would you give anybody that wants to start a nonprofit?
I think, honestly, it'd be the same advice for anyone who wants to start a nonprofit or wants to start a venture, like a for-profit business, is take as many classes as possible. Granted, I love education. I'm starting my PhD. But if you don't know business, then you should get someone to help you learn business. Like that's just a good method. It will help you expedite the process. I also think that a lot of people who are aspiring to be an entrepreneur, like myself, have a lot of ideas. I could do this, I could do that, and you change ideas every 3 months or every 2 months. And I think a lot of people say, oh, you can't do that, or that's too, that's not safe. I think that's part of the process for a lot of people because we are multidimensional people. So my advice would be try and take a couple courses, actually. Don't just take one for a couple hours for 2 months or 3 months. Like, take a course here, okay, work through that idea, give it some time, marinate, try a few things and see if it works, and then maybe take another course and continue building that idea. There's definitely sayings like, you don't learn something until you do it 10,000 hours, right? Is that the saying?
Yeah.
So like the same thing with business, like you don't really know what moves to make until you keep studying it and keep practicing it and working through your ideas. I think the most successful entrepreneurs I've seen have really niche topics, unless they're like a manufacturing company or they're Colgate or whatever they are, these larger firms or 500 what are those things, those really large companies. If you're like a startup business, to be successful, you kind of need to have this very niche area that you do. Like, I'm an expert in X, Y, and Z, and this is all I do, but it might take a couple iterations to get to that place.
Okay. So the next thing is that, it sounds like it's very expensive work if you ask somebody else to do it for you, correct?
Like if you ask someone to build your business for you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, consultants are like a nonprofit consultant. I mean, people were talking to me about like $1,400 to set up my nonprofit. granted, I had to pay $600 for the IRS document, $99 for the EIN number, but $699 is real different than $1,400 if you just quit your job and are trying to start off. I mean, these resources are available, and we've got to tell each other what's up and where to go and how to move, because there are consultants who are profiting off of people who don't know the game. And I mean, it's a hustle. I'm not gonna knock it. I'm just not gonna get played in it, and I don't recommend that you get played in it either.
So the thing is that as far as the nonprofit, like the financial wellness, are you able now? You said the easy form, the 1023 easy. You couldn't do financial literacy. So now that you did the 1023, the
long
other
form,
the long form. And how long did it take you to do that? So they'll let you do financial literacy under that?
Absolutely. It's a nonprofit. You can do essentially anything you want to do. They just wanted more information about my nonprofit and my ideas, and more money, right? Like the 1023 Easy is, I think, $325 or $300, so they want to double that for this longer form.
So the long form is like $600.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I could definitely do financial wellness, and I've been doing it through my fiscal agent, right? So like nothing has stopped me. There's always a workaround. I think that's the beauty of business, and what I continue to learn. Like, I think I've said this before on the show, there are really no rules. Like, people can say, okay, the grant cycle closes today, but I like you, I'm gonna hook you up. There's actually this other spot. Actually, we're looking for some other funding. I think for the right person, the right relationship, the right opportunity, people will make things happen for people that they believe in and trust and or have money behind them.
Okay, so the question is here, is that if you want to start a nonprofit consulting business, you need to get you a mentor from SCORE, correct? Is that what you're saying?
I would highly recommend that.
Okay, otherwise you're going to be paying out the wazoo.
Yeah.
And what about those who are doing the work as far as the consulting and things of that nature? Do you expedite them out the picture?
So I think that consulting is great. I think that there's all types of hustlers, and I don't knock the hustle. I think that there's hustlers who are really thinking about what makes the community better, and I think that there are hustlers who are like, see a couple dollars and they're gonna make those couple dollars. So I think that just choose how you're gonna spend your money and where you're gonna spend your money.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I don't knock consultants. I think though that some people do have a bad rap about consultants because they say they take your money and they don't do anything. I think that there's also this whole realm of grant writing for nonprofits, and I think that can be helpful. But I also think that if you have a strategic board, which is a requirement for your nonprofit, you can have someone who has some fundraising experience, or you can have a strong writer on your board and kind of have things in-house so that as you grow your business, either you're pulling a salary for yourself as the executive director, which some executive directors, especially women of color, don't often do. They just kind of keep putting money into their business and trying to grow it. Or you can put that money into programs. So if you spend a lot of money on administrative costs, doing this, doing that, then you're not spending money on what you said you wanted to. And I think anyone who knows a budget, and I think most people do know how to use a budget, it's like the dollar's going to be spent, but where is it going to be spent, and where am I going to get the most bang for my buck?
All right, here's another question for you. The structure, you said a nonprofit has to have a structure, correct? Do you need people that you know to be in a structure with you, or can you pick people that you don't know?
Yeah, honestly, my board was created very organically. Like, someone was like, oh, I want to be on your board. Another person was like, I want to be on your board. I like the work that you're doing. So I think some people choose people and identify people and kind of go after them to be on their board. Some people find people organically. Some people ask their friends. I don't think there's a right way to do it. I think what I have heard, though, is you do want a board with a varied skill set. So it'd be helpful to have a marketing person. It'd be helpful to have a fundraiser. It'd be helpful to have someone who has event planning. It'd be helpful to have someone who's a financial person. I don't think that you can always start in that place when you're first starting off in terms of having all strengths on your board. but I do think that a goal can be to have a varied skill set on your board. And I think there's also opportunities for you to take people who want to be board members and are passionate about the work and grow them. I very much believe in investing in your people. I very much believe in taking someone who is 18 and passionate and strong and a force, or they're 55 and they're retired, or whatever, 62 and they're retired, but they have these dreams and aspirations and they want to give back, and grow with them. So give them $500 to take a class here or there, or take a CPA, whatever a basic course of a CPA course is, I don't know. But I mean, I think there's also ways to invest in people where you get a return and you also demonstrate your commitment to the people that you're working with and growing with.
So, in short, for people that don't know, how many people you would need on your board? How many?
At minimum, when you're doing the 1023 form, you need 3 board members. So that would include you.
Okay, so you and 2 other people?
Exactly.
Okay, so you're the CEO and then somebody else and somebody else. That's a minimum of 3. So, and then of course people would have to have, either you can have people with a multitask skill set.
Sure.
Or you just have to pick individual people to do your marketing, you need somebody out there that's going to rah your business, correct?
You do.
Right.
I've been really very grateful to have my intern. So I went to Oberlin College. I was a Bonner Scholar, and this is a program where you do volunteer work, but you get a stipend for that work. And so I reached back to my alma mater and said, I definitely could benefit from an intern. And they gave me an intern. So I've been working with this woman since December of last year. And she gives me about 6 to 8 hours, and she does all my marketing for me and helps me organize stuff. And it's been great. So I definitely think find an intern as well, especially when you're building social media presence, is really important, as well as being consistent.
So she's helped you build the social media presence?
Oh, yes.
Okay. And you need to do that on all platforms, pretty much Facebook, IG, LinkedIn, correct?
Yeah, we are on IG and LinkedIn. We're not on Facebook. So I think you can also choose the platforms that you want to be a part of. But I would say those are the most popular.
Okay. So did you create a website for your business?
Absolutely. Yeah, that was one of the first things.
And what's the name of the business, first of all?
So they're Sisters of Economic Action. But that was just when I was doing Women of Color professional development. And then as I kind of grew and kind of reflected more on what my skill set is and what I really believe in, I decided to expand it and include teaching about the diaspora and entrepreneurship. So I made the nonprofit Reclaim Our Wealth. And so that's going to the IRS to be formed. And then my consulting businesses Consult SB9.
Okay, Consult SB9. All right, so the thing about it is like the Reclaim Our Wealth, you said the IRS has to...
Yeah, approve it.
How long is usually that day for the IRS to approve?
I mean, who knows what's going on with the government right now? I don't know what they're approving.
Besides that, okay, yeah.
So I don't know. People have gotten it back in 2 months. I'm sure it could take up to 6 months.
Depends on who has not been laid off yet. This is the reason why we
Yeah.
don't have a non-elected person, Elon, go in there and cut stuff that he doesn't understand what it's cut for. This is why the middle class is going down. I'm not saying, you know what? I'm not going to get up the political soapbox just yet. I'm not going to get on it just yet. But because we got a break coming up. And when we come back, we mentioned the word hustler. And then earlier, we were talking about scammers. So, determination, when we come back from break, we're going to talk about the difference between hustler versus scammer.
Okay.
All right. We're back on the headline. And the thing about it is, like, how can people help? Before we go to a break, how can people reach out to you and if they need some work or some help with some stuff?
Yeah, I'm very active on LinkedIn. So I'm Bella Spinall on LinkedIn in Cleveland. And then on Instagram, I'm Strategic Mommy, like strategic, strategy. MAMI. Fairly active on there. And then you can just find me, sistersofecon.org, and it's all available. I'm out here. Exactly.
Okay, Sisters of Econ.org. Are you gonna have a brochure to leave us?
I don't have a brochure. You can find me online.
All
I'm
right.
right here.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm right here. All right. She applying pressure. Speaking of the word pressure, we got the song by Harry Lennox. Pressure. We'll be right back on the Headline Eye, WNRV 108.1.com. Our DJs, we on your nerves. We'll be right back.
This is WNRV 108.1.
When you in it, apply that. Love upon it, live alone, leave it. I don't want no drip, baby, spread like it's really so fine. It's spicy, baby, jump up on this. I guess that's why you like it, baby. Come and get this. Takes a lot to excite me, baby. Give it all you got. I'm a tough cookie, baby. Get the right side. You texting me, you know I won't reply. Why you ain't with me when I wasn't this fly? Now I'm on top and now I'm riding sky. Don't need nobody, but I'll take you down tonight. And now I'm okay with being nasty. Too fucking hot for all these girls anyway. My body dripping, but you gon' have to wait. But when you get it, lick it like a candy cane. Keep your eyes on me, apply. Get it, don't be timid when you in it, fly. Love upon it, live alone and leave it. Say I don't want no drip, baby, spread like you need it. So fine and spicy, baby, jump up on this. I guess that's why you like it, baby. Come and get this. Takes a lot to excite me, baby. Give it all you got. I'm a tough cookie, baby. Get the right side. Pop it, baby, twist it, honey. Do it like you mean it, darling. Keep it coming. Ooh, keep it running. Leave it messy. Swim up in it, pop it, baby, twist it, honey. Do it like you mean it, darling. Keep it coming, ooh, keep it running. Leave it messy, go ahead and leave it. Swim up in it, keep your eyes on me, apply. Get it, don't be timid when you in it, fly. Love upon it, live alone and leave it. Say I don't want no drip, baby, spread like you mean it. So fine, spicy, baby, jump up on this. I guess that's why you like it, baby. Come and get this. Takes a lot to excite me, baby. Give it all you got. I'm a tough cookie, baby. Get the right spot. Yeah, yeah. Hit it, baby. Hit it, baby. Oh, hit it, baby. Hit it, baby. I said keep me
Looking for the perfect workspace? Office Loft in Solon has you covered. Whether you need a private office, co-working membership, or a virtual business address, we've got flexible options to fit your needs. Check out our 2 spring promos. Enjoy free co-working Fridays and no deposit on private office rentals. We also offer month-to-month leasing for your ultimate flexibility. Visit office-lofts.com or call 216-230-9258 to lock in your space now. Office Lofts, where productivity meets flexibility.
This is WNRV 108.1.
What do you get when you take 2 witty nerds and 2 of the best pair of hands since Technique's 1200s? Or better yet, Grandma's fried chicken, macaroni and cheese, and greens on Sunday after church. Hallelujah! Then for dessert, the dopest blend of classic R&B and hip-hop joints all whipped up in one big sexy mixing bowl. You know what you get? The partying bull show. That's right. Heard 7 days a week. Make sure you check your station for days and times. It ain't what you used to, and it's better than what you thought. It's the most unprepared show on the planet. You never know what we gonna say or who's gonna stop by. It's the partying bull show with Dave Tolliver, Tiffany Nicole, DJ Cochise, and DJ Deuce, aka the Final Four. Turn it up in the whip, turn it up loud on Saturday while you cleaning. We the best, and I ain't talking about DJ Khaled. We up and we on. Check your stations for days and times. Partying bull-ish, cause everybody loves a party And bullish ain't always bad. I holla. Yeah, man.
Hey y'all, this is Catherine Danielle, and I'm checking in with Headline Eye on WNRV 108.1.
I want you to feel it, and I'm not talking about part of me, but all of me, 'cause you need that complete experience, and it won't be too hard for me to give you all you need, and I promise you gon' leave it feeling some type of way. I can guess your fantasies, let me be. Oh, and I know that I get you there by that look on your face. You just gotta promise you won't let my love go to waste. Oh, when I'm kissing you softly, your body's talking, I hear it, baby. I hear you say, that's why I can't let you above me, 'cause your body's talking, I hear it, babe. I hear you say,
Keep on love, baby, keep on love,
you say,
keep on love, baby, keep on love,
you say,
keep on love, baby, keep on love,
you say.
keep on love, baby, keep on love.
Girl, making love to your body and mind, so I stay on your brain all the time. These lips work only for you.
All right, we're back on the Headline Eye with Miss Del Espinois. The thing about it is, like, she is a go-getter. And she's gonna go get it with her time with her new business that she started. Before we get into the second part of this interview, I got two things to say. First of all, I have some breaking news in opening business, and I gotta say this, and it just makes me so damn proud to be a dad. My son Jalen has been, and I told you, a lot of people, if you listen to the show, you know how proud I am of my 13-year-old little man. He's not a boy anymore. And if you've been listening to me for the past 9 years, I always talk about his accomplishments, football, everything. So he lives in Smith Station, Alabama, with his mom and stepdad. And he started his own computer repair business. He is certified down there for the computer repair, building PC systems. Matter of fact, I was actually working out in the field today and passing outdoor stuff for New Voices. And the thing about it is like, this little boy hit me up. Now, I thought his school started today. It starts tomorrow. First day of school starts tomorrow. He's going to be an 8th grader at Smith Station Junior High School. And he's still in the band, still learning bass guitar, but he also has repaired and built a PC game, a PC system. We talking about desktop. Yeah, so it's JMG Infinity Solutions. Check it out. It's registered. It's registered with the IRS. It's registered with the state of Alabama. It's registered. It's his business. It's on my page. I'm not asking y'all to like the page. I'm telling y'all to like the page. Like his page, for real. Because when you talk about generational wealth and legacy, either you had to have the wealth or you had to have the skill. And the thing about it is like, and I'm going to be his, like, you think I'm not going to be this boy's biggest promoter? I'm going to, like, Daddy going to be triumphantly every single week. Check out his page, like his page, period. All the way up until I can't talk no more. And I can't even really talk now. Speaking of not talking, Stephen A. Smith, Michelle Obama was on a podcast. And Michelle Obama on a podcast with her brother, they started one. And for a former first lady, and she said that watching some sports shows was like watching Real Housewives. And unfortunately, Stephen A. Smith took offense to it.
Yeah, because he all he do is barbershop talk. Like, he ain't played no sport. He ain't played not one sport, and he up there got the most opinion that he want to talk about.
Right. So Stephen A. Smith said he is still salty that Michelle Obama clapped back at him about the way he runs his. Listen, dude. Just be thankful the first lady even noticed your ass, all right? Like, listen, you got mad about something that Obama said about black men voting for Kamala Harris. Okay, I get it. But calm down, dude. We know that you that you I know he gonna be here. He probably coming in on Thursday. I think First Take, the ESPN lounge is gonna be at the Huntington Convention Center. I know he gonna be here.
Why are they here, Larry, if the game in North Carolina?
What? I'm not talking about the Browns.
Oh.
I'm talking about the journalist. Stephen A. Smith is a journalist. He's going to be here because ESPN is going to be here because he's a black journalist.
Oh.
So the thing about it is like, and Larry said, people telling me to be nice, Larry. No. Leave Michelle Obama alone. Just take the constructive criticism and get on with it, big head man. By the way, Shannon Sharp was better when he was on First Take. Just to let you know. And I will say it in his face. I don't know how that's going to turn out, me being volunteering. It's like, if I see him walking, he needs some help, like, oh, by the way, Shannon Sharp was better. He probably going to look at me, with a jacked up look. I don't care, period.
You think they should have fired Shannon Sharp?
They was going to fire him anyway. Yeah, that's the morals clause. They were just looking for when they said that they were going to separate and Shannon was going to take some time off. They were just waiting to see what he's going to do with the lawsuit. Bad advice. Just fight the dang thing. If you lose, you lose. Like, the thing about it is, like, if you lose, you lose. And when you settle, see, this is how the Diddy stuff got started. When you settle, that's a red flag. See, the thing about it is, like, African-American men and women can't do what their Caucasian counterparts can do. Flat out. I ain't gonna get all caught up in nothing. All right, let's get back to Bell before I have another sidebar show.
She ain't gonna hear you rant.
Yeah, exactly. So, I already know. So, everybody, you said something about hustlers. Mm-hmm. But you also said something about, I'll say something about scammers. What do you think the difference is between hustlers and scammers?
I guess the intention, right? Like, we all need to get ours, right?
Right.
You gotta, what is it like? You gotta eat what you kill. I get it. This is America. We've been through a lot. All right. But a hustler, they're gonna get theirs. They're gonna kind of add it up, figure it out, reassess, realign. And I guess a scammer is just a little bit more greedy, a little bit more cutthroat, and not really going to tell you the game. I think the hustler is more generous, is more comfortable giving away knowledge. The scammer wants to get theirs and kind of keep theirs.
And the scammer is not going to do the work, right?
They working. That's how they.
They're going to work a little something.
But they're not going to do what they said they was going to do for you.
No, and I mean, it's kind of sometimes hard to tell the difference. I mean, I definitely have people in my ear who are like, well, do you know so-and-so, and did you know that this person did that? And I have a different view on things. Like, I can hear what I hear, but until I have experienced that, I'm going to treat everyone fair and square, but I'm going to watch what's happening, right? Like, I think you got to be observant and make your own assessment, because sometimes people have bad experiences together and people grow. People
How long
change.
have you been in Cleveland now?
I've been here almost 4 years.
Okay. Like college, she did a college tour here.
I'm in my senior year, yeah.
She learned all the scammers, and by now, hopefully.
Oh God, no. Well, not
I stay out the way,
Well,
so no scammers. But see, it's Cleveland.
Cool.
So I mean, people who offer services, I understand that. And have I been scammed before? Yes. Was I happy about it? Absolutely not. I'm just grateful there's nobody dead behind me, because I still have the 13-year-old, and I'm still glad he's still here. And I think my mama's prayers, God bless her, rest her soul, that kept me from, somebody being decapitated or something like that, as far as taking a little bit of the money. But the thing about it is, how can you get people to trust you with the services that you are providing, especially after being hurt by somebody who they thought they weren't who they said they was?
I guess that's real, but how do you get over a broken heart? I mean, you just heal, you spend some time with yourself, and you get over it. You're ready to go back outside. You get back outside. And I think that if you come with an open heart, you come with good intentions, people can recognize that over time. It definitely still takes time for people to trust you and believe in you. I mean, you're new in a neighborhood, you have a new business. It's gonna take time for people to recognize you, support you, want to work with you. But wouldn't you be suspicious of the new person on the block or the new business on the block? It's gonna take time. So you give out coupons and you hang out and you do a lemonade stand and you kind of just build a relationship genuinely. I also, through my nonprofit, intentionally don't charge for any of my events. And I hope to keep that up. That is a value of mine. I've definitely heard, have a membership model, charge so-and-so, have a sliding scale. And I think if the median income is $32,000, $34,000 in Cleveland, then am I serving that population or am I serving the people who are already getting served? And I think that also carries weight. Like if you are charging $2,000 for a 3-day seminar and it's for people of color, well, you're not getting the average Clevelander. You're not getting the average person who's working.
You're not getting somebody who actually would need it, right?
Yeah. So I think that's also how you build community. I intentionally worked my butt off to network over these past 3 years. So I do have lots of relationships in lots of places. And I would say if you're trying to make a move or you're thinking about building something, then you definitely want some credibility and some notoriety in some circles. So going to networking events is important, and pitching your thing. And even if you're unsure, you don't know what to say. I mean, when you first invited me on the show, Larry, I was like, who am I? I don't know anything. And everyone knows a lot. Everyone has something to share. So it's also about taking risks.
You was giving out some information at first. Yeah, you was dropping some jewels on that first interview.
Yeah, I mean, and you're still dropping them. Yeah. So it's people who are listening, they need to know, and some people will be skeptical. I'm not going to lie. Some of my fan base are. But the one thing that we want to do is put out the absolute god-awful truth. And of course, if you don't, I will roast you like a chicken. So, if you are, so the thing about it is, what is the absolute, so you're saying the medium in Cleveland with the income is 32, 33. How can people who want to increase their income, get another income stream, how can they do that for themselves?
If you want to build a new income stream, I think it is, what would I say? Okay, if I'm making whatever, $15 an hour, $18 an hour, and I want to make more money, I would think about what I know how to do already, what people tell me I'm good at, and then find a side hustle or work for someone who has that type of business, and tell them straight up, I want to do this for myself. So I am here to learn the business. Can you put me on? Right. And if that person won't put you on, then move on to the next one and keep doing that, because someone's going to see the hustle. Someone's going to see the drive. Someone's going to see, okay, I can mentor you. And all types of businesses become franchises and grow, and they need a second in command, and they need someone to open up their Solon business or their East Cleveland business or whatever it is. And if you are second in line, that's you. Most businesses don't get passed down family to family. I think it's 40% go from first generation to second generation. Then it's 18% go from second to third. Right. So businesses aren't really being shared in their families. They're being sold or they're being closed. So if you position yourself to be next in line, of course you're going to compete with the family, but you still will have learned something during that process. And if you are in tough financial circumstances than like really learn and be hungry. And you can make moves in a year. You can make moves in 2 years. It's not like you're going to be there forever.
Well, the thing about it is, like, you know, we used to have a tradition, like, you know, mom and pop stores. Now they're being sold because the younger generation doesn't want to learn it, or something happened where they got caught up. You know, one of my favorite barbershops, Carl's Barbershop, recently closed, and that stable has been around forever.
Because it was like a dad and father. I went there when I was like 7, 8, 9. Wow.
Yeah,
Sad.
it's sad. You know, Jeff was getting along in years. He didn't have the health problems. His sons didn't want to work. You know, other things of that nature. You know, you have other barbershops that compete in the area, but you also have that stable to where you can get that trust. I mean, you know, like those things. So are we missing those parameters? Are we missing the generational wealth being taken away by corporate America?
I mean, definitely. Box stores are big. Online shopping is big. And okay, that's the world we're living in 2025. But there's nothing like some home cooked food at the store. There's nothing like some, you know, a community minded space that you go and it's whatever, a bookstore, a coffee shop or whatever. There's still going to be a need for those types of spaces. And those types of spaces that have a legacy or have historically been Black or historically been owned by a person of color, they carry weight,
right,
especially to people who are of different generations and are trying to put their children into a certain mindset. So when we lose something like Carl's Barbershop, or we lose, you know, the staple in the community, it's a loss. It's a loss for everyone.
Hot Sauce Williams, gone.
Yeah.
I'm mad because he used to go Friday night, go down Evermere, walk down, get a Polish boy. I lived on Evermere. It was like at the end of my street. Like, I'm mad. I'm still mad about that, but, you know, I know life goes on. It's just sad, you know.
There's this whole
like Amy Joy, like Peter Donuts in East Cleveland, or Amy Joy over there. Just I'm hungry. I don't know why, but go ahead.
There's this area of study of research called entrepreneurship through acquisition. So there are people who are studying and learning and acquiring businesses that have been owned by a different company. So let's say there's like the local auto shop, or there's a window cleaning shop or whatever, and they don't have a second person to own it, to come in and be the next CEO. They'll put it up on websites and have it be sold. So I share that because there's always movement in terms of business. There's always opportunities. Yes, you definitely need capital, you need money, but there's also informal ways to learn. Either do it yourself or kind of buy into the business. Like people, there are definitely business opportunities where someone owns the business and then they'll train you for a year, and then you'll have to pay them over the next 5 years. Like, not everyone is hard and fast. I need my $500,000 today. They'll work with you. So when you build these types of relationships, you never know what can happen, and that's really the power of networking, whether it's through business relations, opening a business, starting a business. Networking is everything.
Exactly. So before we get out of here, what is the one thing that you want to say when opening up anything, whether it be a profit or non-profit? What advice you want to give to somebody? Since you're in
Put yourself out there. Put yourself out there. Before even you're ready, start feeling the market. Start studying the market. Start trying to get deals, close deals, trying to play your game, because you'll keep refining it as people give you feedback, as you get no's, as you don't hear back from people. But you're learning, and you're still in a safe environment where you're getting paid from your other job. So play, like, learn. It's just life. It's just a no reply, or it's just a no. It's nothing against you. It just didn't work at that time.
Okay. So again, what's the name of the company? How people can get a hold of you if they want to, I don't know, donate, invest, or whatever. Just need your services.
Yeah, Sisters of Economic Action. It's sistersofecon.org. I'm Bella Spinall. I am strategicmommy.com as well. You can follow me on Instagram as Strategic Mommy or on LinkedIn as Bella Spinall.
All right, well, thank you very much. Before we get out of here, I just wanted to say this. I'd like to first of all thank Belle. You want to like anything else you got to say before we get out of here? Anybody you need to thank?
I definitely want to thank Larry. I want to thank the community of Cleveland. I've learned a lot. I've taken advantage of a lot, but I would definitely say, like, if you're someone out there and you want to know, like, what move to make, like, let's talk and let's figure out what program is the right program for you. I've done at least 8 programs in Cleveland for free. Okay. So come on, let's talk about the programs that are available.
That's what's up. So the thing about it is that at this particular point in time, we gotta go because there's journalists that are going to be here tomorrow. If you want to interact, you can go to the National Association of Black Journalists, NABJ.com. There's still time to register. We're going to have tours of Cleveland. If you just feel like, if you're a journalist or a non-journalist, if you feel like just hanging out go to the 216 Welcome to Cleveland party at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Thursday, August 7th. By the way, that is my father's birthday. He is no longer here with us. So the thing about it is, if you want to rock out, please go ahead into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I think tickets are $75. They are still going. We had the golf outing. Shout out to everybody that was there. We also have the tours of Cleveland where you can learn about religion history of the city of Cleveland, everything about the city of Cleveland. Even if you're not a journalist, just hang out with us. Go to the National Association of Black Journalists Conference. I know there's a couple of things going on around here as well, but if you want to hang out with the journalists and see your favorite journalists and just go to convention, every day there's pretty much something to do. Also, the land is going to have a free food tent at Mall C pretty much Friday and Saturday from like 9:30 to 6 o'clock p.m. Friday to Saturday. So we're doing that as well. I mean, pretty much it's going to be one hell of a good time for all the journalists. Right now, it's the mixer at the Cleveland Public Library at 525 Superior Avenue. I'm going back down there. But the thing about it is, we gonna have a good time. We gonna smack Cleveland, smack it live. And the thing about it is like, again, shout out to my son Jalen Maurice Gardner for his business and everything else like that. Larry, your son gonna be on the show one day? You bet your ass he is. All right, so we about to get out of here. If nobody tells you they love you today, I do. If nobody tells you that they love you today, I do. This is Akon. Smack that! Peace, love, and hair grease. We out of here.
This is WNRV 108.1.
Jump up in my Lamborghini Gallardo. Maybe go to my place and just kick it like Tybo. And possibly bend you over. Look back and watch me smack that all on the floor. Smack that, give me some more. Smack that till you get so. Smack that, oh. Smack that all on the floor. Smack that, give me some more. Smack that till you get so. Smack that, oh. Up front style ready to attack now. Pulling the parking lot slow with the lockdown. Convicts got the whole thing packed now. Step in the club, the wardrobe intact now. I feel it on and crack now. Ooh, I see it all at back now. I'm a caller, then I put the mat down. Money no problem, pocket full of that now. I feel you creeping, I can see it from my shadow. Wanna jump up in my Lamborghini Gallardo. Maybe go to my place and just kick it like Tybo. And possibly bend you over. Look back and watch me smack that all on the floor. Smack that, give me some more. Smack that till you get so. Smack that, oh. Smack that all on the floor. Smack that, give me some more. Smack that till you get so. Smack that, oh.
Oh, looks like another club banger. They better hang on when they throw this thing on. Get a little drink on, they gon' flip for the Akon shit. You can bank on it. Pedicure, manicure, kitty cat claws. The way she climbs up and down them poles. Looking like one of them pretty cat dolls. Trying to hold my woody back through my drawers. Steps off stage, didn't think I saw. Creeps up behind me and she's like, yeah. I'm like, I know, let's cut to the chase. No time to waste, back to my place. Bus from the club to the crib's like a mile away. Or more like a palace, shall I say. And plus I got a pal if he gal is game. In fact, he's the one singing the song that's playing. Hey, come on!
I feel you creeping, I can see it from my shadow. Wanna jump up in my Lamborghini Gallardo. Maybe go to my place and just kick it like Tybo. And possibly bend you over. Look back and watch me smack that all on the floor. Smack that, give me some more. Smack that till you get sore. Smack that, oh. Smack that all on the floor. Smack that, give me some more. Smack that till you get sore. Smack that, oh. Eminem's rolling, D&M rolling, Boo and oh marvelous them rolling. Women just hoeing, big booty rolling. Soon I be all in them and throwing D. Hitting no less than 3. Block real style like we. Girl, I can tell you want me, cause lately I feel you creeping, I can see it from my shadow. Wanna jump up in my Lamborghini Gallardo. Maybe go to my place and just kick it like Tybo. And possibly bend you over. Look back and watch me smack that all on the floor. Smack that, give me some more. Smack that till you get sore. Smack that.